Also, I know that we have another franchise owner in the group, Ron, and Howard
Yeah,
said, can Ron comment on his franchise experience? Might as well hear from someone else too. Ron, would you be open to sharing a little bit?
sure. Actually, I'd like to just address what Shelley said. I wish I had known about them when I started my franchise. That there are numerous organizations. Some is affiliated with universities, some affiliated with government, um, that exist to support small businesses, especially
Yep.
new businesses. And actually, I would encourage people, if they're thinking of starting a business, take some of the courses before making the decision. There were I had a rough time of finding out everything I didn't know, um, that I should, and actually I still discover new things I don't know. Um, yeah, I bought a franchise, and it's to address some of the things brought up. My franchise does not really involve any territories. I just can't actively market myself outside of the you know Montgomery County and the surrounding counties. But I can sign any business anywhere in the U.S. I can be on vacation somewhere and meet a business person and sign him as a client. Um, the the particular for my franchises with Schoolie Mitchell, the entry fee is on the low side. Um, Over the 4 years I've been in it, I it's it's taken me 4 years to have gotten to the point where I've put 100,000 into the business. Um, so I would consider that a reasonable investment for the type of business I have. As far as one thing I would recommend to people is which I didn't do is well, first of all, I think one of those slides actually addressed this, is make sure you've got some money that you can live on for at least 3 years. And because it's most businesses are going to take at least that long. I'm still not profitable. I'm at this point where this year I might finally break even. So have some money you can rely on to support yourself, and actually get a line of credit, even if you don't end up needing to use it. I I waited too long until I finally decided, I need some sort of consistent money until the business becomes profitable. And by that point, um, my trying to get a loan, it's like I no longer qualified for loans because my credit score had dropped enough that I was like, nope, you're too much of a risk. So, but Schoolie Mitchell, they have a really great business model. We help businesses save the money, help them keep more of the money they earned by reducing the cost of many of their essential services. And it's one of those things that anywhere there are business, you can find clients. Except that one of the things that I hadn't realized is that I'm kind of pioneering it in this area.
Mhm.
I have the first franchise and a lot of in Maryland for Schoolie Mitchell, and I and the other Schoolie Mitchell franchises that have started in this area, we're all struggling because a lot of what we're doing is educating business owners that a service like ours exists and helping them see the value of it. So in other parts of the country, people are able to start a Schoolie Mitchell franchise and they can be profitable within 2 years. So that was a factor I hadn't thought about at all. But it's taken me longer to learn things than I probably should have. But I spent too much time chasing businesses that were too small. Part of the Schoolie Mitchell has a decent training program for sales, but mine got interrupted by COVID. So we were just starting to get they give a crash course in before you purchased the franchise, and then they have an ongoing support for a year. But my year got broken up, and they had to come up in the midst of COVID. They were coming up with new ways to processes to use to try to sell the business. So that was a hiccup that didn't help me. But I would say I have no regrets about getting involved with this franchise. I think I still see great potential, even though I haven't made a profit yet. Also one of the other gotchas is I tried to take some shortcuts.
Yeah.
That a responsible business owner, I said, I'll just hop into this, and I can do a business plan later, and I can figure out what my marketing strategy later. And no, it's like I didn't have the foundation, so that was that set me back a bit there. So I was my own worst enemy. But if you haven't been involved in running a business before, take advantage of the different courses. There's the George Mason one that was mentioned. That's affiliated with small business development centers. I think most counties in Maryland have it. I would expect probably the same thing for Virginia. There are other groups, like there's I can't remember the names now, but most of the counties in the area have economic development corporations affiliated with them that will offer training. Get some training. I wish I had done that. I mean, Schoolie Mitchell trains you in what Schoolie Mitchell does and gives you some basic sales background, but you're going to have to, if for most cases, you're probably going to hop into a business where you're doing the accounting, you're doing the sales, you're doing the marketing, you're the one who's trying to acquiring new business and also serving the clients that you just got, answering the phone. So there's a lot of new tricks to learn. And I may not be such an old dog, I can't learn those new tricks. It just takes me a little longer. So.
Oh, Ron, that was so helpful. I think it's hearing live, like what it's like to actually get started. It takes some time to break even, and there's some spots you feel like you can cut off. And there was a few really great resources in the chat too about a couple coaching opportunities or like education beyond it. So Ron, thank you for letting us know about your franchise experience.
Actually, if I can mention one more thing.
Oh, sure.
There's a lot of help out there. There are helpful others. You meet the networking groups, and you can get bounced multiple ways. Like, especially in marketing, so, podcasting is the way to go. Oh, you need to do videos. Oh, you need to do Google ads. Each person has their own favorite way, and you can get pulled in multiple directions at the same time. So that's another thing to watch out for.
Let me supplement some of what we spoke about. First, Schoolie Mitchell is one of the companies we work with a lot, and I have a client that might be looking at a Nova franchise, so that'll be help, because it's what's nice about Schoolie Mitchell and other businesses that are virtual or national, not subject to territorial. You find a great collegiality with owners. People are willing to share best practices. They talk about practice groups where I'm doing this, why can't I get this done? Or here's a suggestion. There's a great collaborative nature among the business owners. My business is not a territory business. My clients are national. And so entrepreneur source coaches work virtually. I was just in Japan about 2 months ago doing work with clients here in the States.